What's up, guys? Welcome to the Sistaprenuer podcast, where we discuss all things women, women's health, and business. And today, I know I always say I have a very special guest, but y'all, this guest is close to my heart. We started out. He started out as my client. He takes care of his skin, on point with the skin. He gets facials all the time, but he started out as my client, and now we are pretty, cool people. And I want to introduce you guys to one of my good people, J Hemp. Or you want me to call you?
Yeah,
Cool. Okay.
Nah,
J Hemp. We're gonna go with J Hemp. We're gonna go with J Hemp. He is a phenomenal young man, a phenomenal gentleman. He has so much going on to be so young. And I just want to highlight him. I want to give him his flowers on today. And I just want my audience to know who he is. I think he's somebody that everybody needs to know. And I invited him on here so he can give a little bit about his background, how he got into what he does as an entrepreneur, and kind of give you guys insight on his story, because he has an awesome story. And I just love what he does. I feel like he's a hidden gem from Memphis, and I love everything about what he does. So I'm going to let him introduce himself and, kind of talk to y'all about what he has going on. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm J Hemp, Jeremy, both from. But I'm a Memphis native from North Memphis, Hyde Park community. So I graduated from Central High School. After that, I went to Jackson State Community College. After I left there, I went to MTSU. Ended up dropping out.
Yeah, I went there too.
Yeah, I went to MTSU, did mechanical engineering. So it was a little too hard for me though. So I got out of it, came back to Memphis and started up the real estate stuff.
Okay. So I know you do real estate, but was it construction first and then real estate? Or
so we started remodeling. I first bought my first house, and then I had people kind of miss me out of, because I ain't know nothing about the game. So I ended up cutting them out of it and say, hey, I'm gonna start on my own. So we started as a remodeling company first.
Okay.
So as we grew on and I got more houses and more, clients started coming, that's when I transferred over to the real estate part of it.
Okay, and what's the name of your brand?
Hemphill Realty and Construction.
Hemphill Realty and Construction. Okay. So, you didn't finish at MTSU, or you finished at where?
I finished at Jackson State with my associates.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, I didn't know that either. Yeah. Congratulations, that's what's up. Okay, so, what led you into getting into construction, or what interests you? Like, what sparked your interest as far as like real estate? Like, what made you say, I want to, get into something like this, or what made you buy your first house? Let's talk about that.
Well, it was a guy from my neighborhood, pretty well known guy. He came up off the real estate, and I just seen his flexibility, the way he would live life. So I'm like, shit, let me see what's up, So
okay. So you like the way he was popping it, and you was
he wasn't really. I ain't gonna say he was popping it, but you know money when you see money. You know what I'm saying? So me seeing how he carried himself and how he was able to live, I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, I want to see what's up with it. Yeah.
Okay. So were you working anywhere or like doing anything else before you decided you wanted to do that, or like what else was going on? Because I know you were a college student, you went to school or whatever, but did you buy your first house immediately after you graduated, or like what was a transitional period?
All right, so like I always been kind of like a hustler, like I always like money. So when I was at MTSU doing the semester, I used to work at the bread factory, the Bunny Bread Factory, and I was the youngest out there, and I ran up my money down there because I ain't really had no bills, but I ain't stay on campus. It was me paying rent, but they paid pretty good. But I was saving my money at the same time, so I had a little money saved up. And when I left MTSU, that's when I bought my first property. It what made me buy my first property.
Now, see, that just shows right there your upbringing is a lot different from how a lot of people grew up. Because I wasn't saving no money in college. Yeah. I was out there, my daddy paying my little apartment rent. Yeah. Like, I ain't have the good sense, to think I need to save up some money to try to invest it. So, where did you get that from? Like, do you feel like your parents kind of molded that into you, or you just like Like, who was the influence behind all of this?
I think my daddy.
Okay.
Yeah, he was always a good saver. He was always live below his means. I ain't never understand it, but as I got older, I started realizing, like, yeah, that's a good move right there.
Yeah, it definitely is, because in college, like, you trying to figure out what you want to do with life. You really don't know what's going on. You don't know about the real world just yet. It's
Right.
kind of like that little middle part in between the real world and being still a child.
Yeah.
So a lot of people definitely don't think like this. So I always knew it was something about you. I could tell that you're very intelligent, and I could tell the way you carry yourself. You just different.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I love that, because it's so many guys around your age, they just don't have that mindset. And I just love that about you. Like I told you, I always brag on you. I was telling my brother-in-law, because he's in real estate too.
Yeah.
I was telling him about how young you are and how you making all these different moves around the city. You pretty much buying the block back, like where you from, rather.
Right.
And I was, I think he was at the event you just did.
The financial freedom event.
The financial freedom event. He was there, and he took a picture of the panelists, and I saw you. I was like, yeah, that's the guy I was telling you about.
Right.
So, give us a little info about what you're doing now with Hemphill Realty and Hemphill Construction.
So what we doing now? We just buying basically demolished houses, or houses that's not so in good shape, particularly in Hyde Park, North Memphis area, because I think we should live just as good as other people. And
Right.
so we'll buy houses, we'll fix them up ourselves. Like I said before, I had somebody else fix them up, but I established my own company to where we fix them up ourselves. So we saving on both ends.
All money in.
Yeah, all money in, right. So we fixing them up ourselves, and then I try to put our people in it, to look out for our people. I'm big for our people person, so I try to get our people in and rent them out. Some of them we'll save, some of them we'll go ahead and flip on to another investor.
Okay. Okay. So you pretty much do the renovations and you do the selling all around.
Yeah, all
That's
around.
dope. That's dope. And one thing I did notice that you have a lot of friends working with you too. So it's like y'all got a collective group. Do y'all invest together in all of it, or they just kind of like work under your umbrella? How does that work?
Well, now at first they was working under my umbrella to learn the game. They're my day one guys, so they always wanted to learn to see how I'm doing what I'm doing. So yeah, they was under my umbrella for a minute, but now we expanded to the next step where they got their own. All of them had their own companies. So all us
That's
investors
beautiful.
now. Yeah, all us investors now. Yeah.
And all of y'all around the same age?
Yeah, all us around the same age.
How old are you? Tell the people.
I'm 28 years old.
28.
Yeah, I'm
That's
28.
so lit.
Yeah, appreciate
that's
it.
so lit. And it's not, you're not a baby or nothing, but a lot of 28-year-old guys, they not on that.
Yeah.
A lot of grown men not on what you on. Like, you very mature. You way ahead of your years, and I've always like fucked with you for that, because it's a lot of stuff you could be doing. Coming from where we come from, Memphis, just Memphis, period. No matter what area you in, it's a lot of crazy shit going on where we from.
Yeah.
So just to even make it out of that and be successful at what you do, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's big.
I appreciate it.
And I'm so proud of you. Like, I love watching what you do. I love seeing you from when you even just popping your shit to just when it come down to business, because you don't play when it comes to business. I've noticed that, like, you pull up and get your facials and your work boots and you know what I'm saying, raggedy t-shirt. Like, you ain't trying to keep it cute all the time. You get down to the business and work, and I love that. So why is it important for you to do all of this in your neighborhood?
Just because it's where I come from. I was born there, so I grew up there, so I know what it was as a kid to be there. And for us to get everything back going, and me having the opportunity to be in position to do that, then I feel like, that's something I have to do. I feel obligated to do that. Even though I'm not, I feel obligated to do that because I know where them kids come from and where our people come from. I know how they was raised up in my neighborhood. So that's why I try to focus on my neighborhood.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Because there's so many people that's buying up all these properties here in Memphis, and they from way across the country.
Yeah, across the country.
Even from out of the country. Like, they just buying up all the property here in Memphis because it's so cheap.
Yeah, so cheap.
Seeing that you know what I'm saying, want to keep it in your neighborhood and keep it around your upbringing, I think that's amazing. So, like, what's your future plans for your business? Like, what... if in a perfect world, what could you see Hemphill Realty doing? Like, what's the ultimate goal for your business?
I want to be a subdivision. I want to turn it into a real developmental, development business. So we can be apartment buildings. The 200 unit, 300 unit subdivision. Where I live at is big contractors over there, so I'm paying attention to what they doing. See like it's some real money in development. So that's what I want to do. I want to turn my business into a development business.
And currently, you're working on an apartment complex, right?
Yeah, we got an apartment complex. Yeah, I have an apartment complex.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That is so freaking dope. How's that been? Like, is it hard work, or like what made you say I'm about to get an apartment complex? Like, what sparked that, or how has that journey been for you?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. To make me get the apartment complex, I had been doing the houses so long. So I'm like, man, what's the next step? It's time to go to the next level. So when I got it came across my desk, I was like, man, I gotta get this.
Yeah.
It got me hyped. So
yeah.
I'm on it. So when I was talking to my realtor, and he was telling me, I was like, man, whatever I need to do to make sure I get this. Then around my birthday too. So I'm like, this is a birthday gift. I'm finna go ahead and pop it and go ahead and show them what money do. So when I got that, it wasn't much different. The work wasn't much different. All look pretty much the same. Only thing really kind of different in new construction. It's longer. It takes longer because you're dealing with more units. But it wasn't really hard. No, it wasn't really hard.
And you doing all this groundwork. You and your team doing all this groundwork yourselves.
Yeah, we putting in the work ourselves.
That's dope. That's dope. And I know you have a 1-year-old.
Yeah, I got a 1-year-old.
A 1-year-old.
Yeah,
so how's being a dad?
Well, no, I got a 2-year-old.
2-year-old.
Yes,
okay.
He turned 2 January 23rd. Yeah,
okay.
he
so
just turned 2.
How's it being a dad and you juggling all of this? Because you got big business going on. So how's that?
I'm still learning it. If I'm being honest, I'm still learning it.
You're doing great. Let me say that. Let me stop you in your tracks
Yeah.
before you say it.
Yeah.
You doing a great
Yeah, I
job.
appreciate it.
I know that you're active. I see how you are when it comes to your key. You don't play.
Yeah, I don't
so
play.
you're doing
for
an
sure.
amazing job. I'm proud of you. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Appreciate you. I'm just trying to balance it all out. I got to just balance. I'm a first time father, so I'm still learning. But being a father is, I'm gonna choose that over everything because that's my thing. I love what I do. I love I'm doing all this for him now. So trying to balance that in a business together, it's kind of it's kind of trouble. But we as hustlers, we gonna make it work. We ain't tripping.
Facts.
Yeah, we ain't tripping on that. We gonna make it happen.
Yeah, you doing a good job, man.
Yeah,
I be watching now.
Yeah.
I watch you and I'm just like, damn, my guy, he on top of his shit, and I love it. Like a lot of people can learn from you. I know we talked briefly, probably in the middle of services, but you want to teach what you do. When do you think you'll be starting that up, or is that something that's still in the works? Or?
Yeah, that's still in the works. I want to do it I could just spoke at a conference. I want to do the same thing for our younger people and kind of put them on game. It's so much other stuff that they doing, but I think for me, where I come from, is me speaking to them, being their age group and seeing, dang, he doing it.
Yeah.
I want to be able to. I think they are cling to me more.
Yeah.
Me not being old, up older in age, and me being their age, they are cling to me more.
Yeah.
And with me teaching them that and them showing me numbers, a lot of people they see it, but when it's a personal thing, they kind of cling to it more, grasp onto it more.
Because you look like them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
When we look like, you know what I'm saying, the people, they gravitate more towards us because they like, okay, I know if he can do it, I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
I'm on the same page with you on that with what I do. I definitely try to give back and mentor and try to help where I can. Because it's like I said, it's a lot of other things people could be doing. But if you want to do something positive and make something out of yourself, I'm all for it. I'm in support 100%. So if you could give any advice to the young guys that come from where you come from, but want to get out of the streets or want something better for themselves, like what would you tell them?
First thing I tell them, just get started. Get started. Put your foot forward first. Then after that, I just tell them, get as much information as you can about what it is you want to do. You already ahead with the knowing that you want to, do a business or do something else, whatever you want to do in a good way.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I tell them. Then I tell them go ahead and like I said, get your research together. Third thing is what could I tell them? I don't know. Third thing I probably tell them is to start it. Just start it. Whatever you do, don't quit. Don't quit on it. It's gonna be consistent in what you do. As long as you being consistent, you don't have no choice but to make progress.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you plan on expanding your brand outside of Memphis?
Yeah. I'm trying to go to Texas and do it. So I can have it going in both spots.
Okay.
Texas got some big things going out there, especially with the building and all that. So I've been out there a couple times and I just see how much money out there and, opportunities out there. So I'm trying to have a Hemphill Realty here and there. Yeah.
Do you have people reach out to you asking like if you could guide them or mentor them in any kind of way? Do you get people to DM you, hit you up on Instagram after they see what you do?
Yeah, I get that daily daily, almost daily.
So are you putting some in the works to start a mentoring program, or you kind of working on what you're doing right now and you're gonna try to make time for it a little bit later?
I am gonna try to I'm putting it in the works. As more people starting to come ask me, I'm starting to learn that people want to learn about this. So
yeah.
So with me knowing that make me want to give back and say, hey, J Hemp, go on, get your stuff together and put these people on game. So
yeah,
that's what I want to do. It is something in the works for it.
Now I will say this, with both of us being in business, people are always gonna see what you're doing and want to know how they can do the same thing. And you when you're a good person, you always feel like you want to give back or you want to teach them. But a lot of times, a lot of those people just want to see what you're doing and be nosy.
Right.
Like, not to discourage you from thinking like you want to help people, but just be mindful of who you're helping.
Sure.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, game ain't free.
Yeah, game
you
ain't
feel
free.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I'm still learning
it's so many people that are out here and they will make you pay for any little thing you want to know. Like, okay, how can I what type of credit do I need to get a house, or what kind of, it's so much stuff. So like whenever you do decide that you ready to share what you know, like, you know what I'm saying, give it to the genuine people. But the people who not genuine, they just want to get the sauce and try to make their own little recipe. Charge their ass.
For sure.
But no, okay, so we could just go ahead and wrap it up there. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Like I said, I want to give you your flowers. I'm so proud of you. I love everything that you're doing, and I can't wait to see where, J Hemp Realty goes from here. Keep up the amazing work. Keep being a great dad. Keep turning up, being young, living your best life, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm loving everything that you're doing. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this interview. We'll be back with more heat. I have so many interviews that I got coming up. Today, like I said, this is one of my special interviews, but we got heat on the way. So thank you for checking out the Sistaprenuer podcast.
I'll let you.
That went fast.